So Dragon Ball Superhero! That's how the commercial did it, so that's how I'm doing it. It's the latest animated project from the series, from Toei Animation and Crunchyroll, and pretty good movie. So this movie is about Piccolo as he stumbles upon the plan to rebuild and restructure the Red Ribbon Army, as well as eliminate the Z Fighters. With the help of Gohan, they'll have to fight to stop them from making that happen, as well as a bigger and major threat looming within the shadows. And the one thing that I love about this film is that it's not the Vegeta and Goku show like it's always been. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy the power-ups and the feats of strength and the accomplishments when they do it. But when you have a whole group of fighters whose numbers enter into the double digits, and yes, I am including Goten and Trunks, and you don't even have to include Goku and Vegeta to reach those double digits, you seriously miss out on some great storytelling possibilities. But not to get too much into that. And I'm glad that this was one of those times where the other characters got a chance to shine. Because just from the beginning, this is a Piccolo movie. And that's really just what it was when it was being developed, and then it got changed along the way. But it also shows in his presentation, because he is the biggest standout in the film, even over Gohan. Piccolo is just super entertaining, and he is truly likable, even if this was your first time seeing him. They brought out more character to him, more humor, and just flat out made him one of the best things about the film, especially with his relationship with Pan. It's honestly the cutest thing that they've ever done in Dragon Ball. Their chemistry and interactions work so well that I would love to see a film just centered around those two. No big bad, no major fighting, just maybe Piccolo training her and then maybe come across some obstacles within the story. Simply, they're just great. And also to add, I love Piccolo's new form, but they do need to get way more creative with the titles of certain forms, because Orange Piccolo isn't the most creative name, but it's about time that he got shown some love and a major power up to a significant level. And the humor is good, but sometimes it does fall flat. But I enjoyed it for the most part. And the animation does stand out at first, but does become more regular after a while. Just something new that they was trying, and I dig it. But is it good enough to where I would be okay with them keeping that style of animation going forward? Not really. I prefer the animation style that they used for the Broly movie instead. The fights and action is really good, but every now and then, there are some points where it is hard to keep up with it. And like I said before, I like the fact that there is more time given to other characters besides Goku and Vegeta. And they are in the film, but have very limited screen time. But it is actually very entertaining. Yet, I feel like they could have given us more of a brawl with Broly, just to see where he's at with his power level. And Gohan is actually pretty great in this film. He definitely has his comedic parts that hit. Now, I did enjoy his beast form, but I thought that it would be used more in the final fight than it was. It felt like it was just a little taste or tease, especially since we probably won't be getting it again anytime soon within the manga or the anime. But it did look pretty cool. And as far as the villains go, I like them. They are your basic, I'm bad, so I do bad things type of villains. But Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, I really liked. I was digging their personalities and charisma. And they wasn't just cut and dry. They actually thought that they were superheroes doing good things and fighting the villains. So in their case, they wasn't just, I'm bad, so I do bad things. They was like, I think I'm good, so I'm going to do good things that end up really kind of not being good. And the threat of the whole movie, I didn't mind at all. I really didn't. Especially when I found out what it was, I was kind of skeptical. But seeing actually in the film, I really liked it. I really did. And as far as Gamma 1 and 2's overall design, I feel like it isn't the best looking, but them in action makes up for it. And there are some MCU inspired scenes in the film that are just truly undeniable that, yeah, they took it from the MCU. But overall, I really enjoyed this film. I didn't like it as much as I liked Broly, but I did like it as it felt more of a story as far as how it was presented. And Broly, it kind of seems more of, yeah, we're going to focus more on the fight. And we got a story, but once we get to the fight and everything else dissipates. But when it comes to this one, it's like you got into the story as well as the fighting equally. But I was way more hyped for the Broly movie. I would say Superhero is like right below Broly, but not too far behind. Because I really enjoyed both of them. I really did.